You know, growing up, I've seen a ton of commercials in my lifetime. Nowadays, you don't really see commercials because of how many people stream these days. Because everybody wants to be a streamer, like, bro, we need more doctors and engineers. But if I'm being real, it's mainly because people just don't watch TV anymore. And I low-key fall into this category, I'm not gonna lie. Because if we're being honest, what's really the point of paying for cable when you could just buy a subscription on Netflix, YouTube, or Amazon Prime? Or even better, you could just pirate the movie or show. Not that I'm encouraging that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that overall, today's ads or commercials don't really live up to the hype that they used to. Like back then, in order to prevent kids from smoking cigarettes, they'd show some guy with a big hole in his neck, and he had to speak through a voice recorder, and he sounded like a robot. And I guess that would prevent kids from smoking. And honestly, those type of commercials were pretty creative. Nowadays, you'll just see some AI generated pair of lungs talking to kids saying, "Hey kids, don't smoke," and then a whole bunch of blabber and how smoking is bad for your lungs and all that nonsense. And if they don't do that, they'll probably just get some random basketball player to spin a ball in his hand and say, "Hey kids, don't smoke, it's bad for you," and then that just wraps up the commercial. It's just really unmotivating and boring, you know? If you're gonna make a commercial to teach me a lesson or sell me a product, then it has to be genuine and stir an emotion within me. Like that one commercial where they were in a championship game in this basketball team, and the guy ended up touching the ball before it went out of bounds and nobody knew. So he went into his coach and he was like, "Yo, coach, I touched the ball." And his whole team was frying him. They was like, "Bro, this is the championship league, yo." But apparently he was all about sportsmanship, so he was still like, "Yo, coach, touch the ball, coach. That's their ball, that's their ball." Mind you, this is a championship game, and he's trying to be all sportsman-like. If that was me or any type of normal person, they would have been making all types of calls on the opposite team. He's lucky his whole team didn't start jumping him right there. This ad basically just proves that lying is way better than telling the truth. Another ad I saw was one that I saw around 2 years ago, where this girl on the school bus was talking to the bus driver, or it was her teacher or something, and it was the most cringe, corny thing I've ever heard. It's basically the equivalent if you were to combine Gen Z lingo with brain rot terms. It's basically just a teacher being an old head saying all these cool fashion terms from the 1900s and all that, and then the student correcting her saying these absolutely cringe terms for fashion, and it's so bad. They say things like maximum aura points, slay, eight, you eight. It's bad. It's bad. Honestly, I don't know what Walmart was thinking when they even made this commercial in the first place, because the only intended audience that I could think of are people below the age of 15 or people above the age of 40. Then you just got these scammy commercials where they were over exaggerate the product in order to make it more appealing towards kids and all that. And the prime example for these type of commercials was the fushigi. As kids, we would see this ball and think it's the most magical thing in the entire world. The way they were advertising this ball almost made it seem like it was the coolest toy in the world. Just to find out that as soon as you got your parents to order it and you opened up the box, that it was the most useless ball ever. Just completely breaking the hearts of every single kid that brought it. Luckily for me, I never brought it because I didn't have the money. And honestly, I dodged a bullet. But I'm not gonna lie, the way they fooled the internet, I might just think they're Marlon. Because to make something so simple look so cool honestly takes talent. They probably made millions off that commercial alone. Another commercial that comes to mind was one where they were talking about a school threat, but it started out all positive, and they was talking about all the back to school stuff you needed in order to prepare yourself for the day or something. And for a few moments, it honestly looks like one of those ads that just want to encourage both parents and students to get their kids ready for school. And then as the commercial presses on, you hear all these gunshots in the background and all these kids screaming. And while all that's going on, they're still talking about the back to school items like we're still worrying about that. Some kid is worried about some new sneakers for the new year, and I'm worried about him not getting 200 pumped to it's prime Fortnite. Then as the ad goes on, all the music gets all dark and scary and ominous, and it's what is going on? I thought this was an ad about back to school stuff, not how to survive a school shooting. It just took a complete 360. Imagine you just chilling watching SpongeBob and this type of commercial just comes on right after. Then as soon as it comes back on, your mood is completely ruined and you're traumatized. The last commercial I'm thinking of is probably one that pretty much everybody has seen, and this is one made by the best cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. These type of Cinnamon Toast Crunch ads were like always so fun to watch, because not only would they make the cereal look good, but they would make the cinnamon little characters like really crazy. You can't tell me that you didn't see the cinnamon in the milk and immediately just want to go buy it, because they made it look amazing. And all that was cool until you find out that the little cinnamon guys eating each other is low-key like cannibalism. Imagine you just chilling with your homie and then all of a sudden he starts acting mad freaky, licking you in your back and everything. Like, pause, bro. Like, we are both grown men. Like, what are you doing? And then he does it again. So that's when you decide to just completely devour him whole. Not a single ounce of remorse. Though low-key, I can't blame him, because I probably would have done the exact same thing. Honestly, to wrap all this up, I do low-key want these commercials to come back, because not only were they like crazy and weird and fun to watch, but they low-key did have a good impact on us. Except for that basketball one with that guy. He can go. Honestly, there are way more commercials I could have added into this video, but I can't go through all that, so I'm just gonna wrap it up right here. Let me know what type of commercials y'all know about. And with that being said, stay tuned for the next video. Peace.